During 1982, the Falklands War happened between Argentina and England. The event significantly changed the frontiers and relationship between each other. In this documentary, I venture to answer the question of how and what happened during the Falklands War that changed the frontiers and relationship between Argentina and England. The Falkland Islands, or Islas Malvinas as they are called in Spanish, is an archipelago located 300 miles away from the eastern coast of Argentina. With a population of 3,000 people, the islands have been a point of controversy between Argentina and the United Kingdom for centuries. Their discovery is not clear. France, Spain, and the United Kingdom claim to be the first on setting foot on these territories. But what is clear is that Spain controlled most of South America, including what is today Argentina and the surrounding territories. This allowed the Spaniards access and control over the nearby territories, including the Falklands Islands. It is also clear that at different points of history, France, Great Britain, and even the United States tried to exert control over them. When Argentina gained independence from Spain in 1816, it reclaimed its sovereignty over them as an heritage from the Spanish colonial rule, and effectively controlled the islands until 1833, when the United Kingdom took control over them. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the Falklands Islands had a strategic significance given its location in the South Atlantic along the path to the Magellan Strait at a time when the only way to move goods and merchandise was by sea, and the only way to reach the Pacific coast of the Americas was through the Magellan Strait. Argentina will continue to claim its sovereignty rights over the Falkland Islands since the British occupation in 1833 through different ways. Argentina was under a dictatorship since 1976, which was led by a far-right military junta, which upon its rise to power promised that Argentina would recuperate the Falkland Islands. The military thought this would give Argentina power and control over resources that were property of the dictatorship. The military rule that took over control in Argentina was given the name of National Organization Process, or the Process, which was characterized by authoritarian rule, human rights violations, state terrorism, forced disappearance, corruption, and sadness in the Argentine population. Because of this, the head of the military junta, General Leopoldo Galtieri, thought that the project of recuperating the Falkland Islands will reunite Argentinians and will cover the many crimes of the dictatorship. On 2nd of April 1982, Argentinian forces landed on the Falkland Islands, taking control and sending back to Britain the islanders that lived there. The response from Great Britain was immediate. The relations between Argentina and Great Britain had been good since the establishment of diplomatic relations in 1823, but it will be broken following the deployment of the Argentina forces on the Falkland Islands. Margaret Thatcher, Great Britain's Prime Minister at the time, reacted forcefully, sending Britain's military forces to the Falkland Islands to fight the Argentina forces. She received the support of other European countries and the United States, while Argentina received the support of countries such as Venezuela or Peru. For Prime Minister Thatcher, this was also a political opportunity, since the people of the country were opposed to her because of her character against strikes of workers. During the course of the 2 months of conflict, there were many battles with loss of life and military equipment and material. But the Argentinians will be overcome by Great Britain's military power and ended up surrendering on June 14, 1982. In total, 904 people died, 649 Argentinian and 255 Britain. Argentina lost 47 planes and 6 ships, while Great Britain only lost 34 planes and 8 ships, demonstrating the superiority of the United Kingdom. After losing the war, the Argentinian dictatorship ended on 1983. Many soldiers were imprisoned because of their acts, and in 1985 trials against the principal leaders of the military junta happened and sent some of them to jail. This was a devastating loss. They weren't prepared for the war and was demonstrated by the deaths in it. This created a big depression on Argentina and sank the humiliated country in sadness, while in England, Margaret Thatcher's popularity went up and was well received by the people in England at that time. This was a big victory for them and created a big rivalry between both countries in many things. For example, in soccer, where in the 1986 Mexico World Cup, Argentina and England go against each other in quarterfinals, where El Gol del Siglo and La Mano de Dios were the goals that committed by Diego Armando Maradona that ended up in the history of the sport. This game was considered a revenge, and the winning of Argentina 2-1 gave the country a little happiness by demonstrating that maybe they could win in war, but not in soccer. Overall, the Falklands War changed the frontier and relationship between Argentina and England, creating a rivalry between both countries that follows until today. The Argentina people still reclaim that the Falklands are there, but in 2013 they made a referendum that asked the Icelanders if they wanted to stay with the United Kingdom or be with Argentina. And the 99.8% of the people vote to be with Britain, with the United Kingdom. This conflict in general demonstrates how centuries ago the colonies and battle of the European countries divide the world and how they're still living today want to retain some of it.